Parisian small apartment living. The magic of antique vertical storage. Welcome to the City of Light, where the streets hum with history and every bakery smells like a dream. But behind those beautiful Haussmannian facades lies a reality most tourists never see: the incredibly tiny living spaces we call home. Living in a Parisian studio is a constant dance between romantic aesthetics and the very real challenge of having nowhere to put your shoes. Many of these apartments began as chambres de bonne, or maids' rooms, located on the top floors of grand buildings. They are often less than 15 square meters, requiring a level of spatial gymnastics that would baffle most people. To live here, you must become an architect of your own daily life, finding beauty in the most cramped corners. When faced with a small room, our instinct is to run to a big box store for flat-pack furniture. However, mass-produced pieces often feel thin and lack the soul needed to make a tiny space feel like a sanctuary. In a small apartment, every object must carry weight, both functional and emotional. Otherwise, the room feels like a temporary hotel. In Paris, when you cannot grow outward, you must grow upward. The ceiling height in these old buildings is often our greatest asset, yet it is frequently the most underutilized space. Vertical storage isn't just about shelves. It's about reclaiming the air and turning the emptiness above our heads into a functional canvas for our lives. There is a specific magic in antique furniture that modern pieces simply cannot replicate. An old French cabinet has survived revolutions, world wars, and dozens of previous owners. When you bring one into a small studio, you aren't just adding storage. You are bringing in a story that makes the walls feel thicker and the history more present. One of my favorite vertical secrets is the Semainier, a tall, narrow chest of drawers originally designed to hold a week's worth of linens. Its footprint is tiny, often no wider than a dinner plate, yet it stands tall and proud. It is the perfect example of how a piece can be incredibly efficient without sacrificing its classic elegance. Similarly, the Tallboy or chiffonier offers a staggering amount of organization while occupying minimal floor real estate. Because they are built from solid wood like oak or walnut, they have a grounding effect. In a room where space is tight, a sturdy, tall antique provides a sense of permanence that flimsy plastic bins never could. For those of us working from home, the antique secrétaire is a miracle of engineering. These tall desks feature a drop front panel that hides your laptop and papers the moment the workday ends. It allows your office to vanish into a beautiful piece of vertical art, preserving the sanctity of your resting space. In a Parisian studio, the space between the top of a wardrobe and the ceiling is prime real estate. Instead of leaving it dusty, we use it to stack vintage leather suitcases or woven baskets. This layering adds a sense of organized chaos that feels lived in and intentional, rather than just cluttered and messy. Storage isn't just for clothes, it's for our memories. By stacking art and mirrors vertically all the way to the crown molding, we draw the eye upward. This trick makes the ceiling feel higher than it actually is, tricking the brain into perceiving the apartment as a grand gallery rather than a cramped box. I often use old wooden orchard ladders as vertical towel racks or plant stands. They lean against the wall, taking up almost zero floor space, while providing multiple levels of utility. It's a rustic, campaign touch that softens the edges of a city apartment and brings a bit of nature indoors. People often ask why I choose dark, aged wood for small rooms. The patina, the wear and tear of time, actually absorbs light in a way that creates depth. While white furniture can sometimes make a room feel flat, the rich textures of an antique wardrobe create shadows and interest, making the walls feel like they are receding. Finding these pieces is half the fun. Visiting the Marché Puces de Saint-Ouen is like a treasure hunt for the soul. You aren't looking for something perfect. You are looking for something that fits the specific weird dimensions of your alcove. Every scratch on that wood tells a story of a life well lived. While modern built-in closets are practical, they are often permanent and clinical. A freestanding antique armoire, however, feels like a piece of art. It allows the room to breathe because you can see the floor beneath its legs, creating a sense of airiness, despite the furniture's large vertical scale. By using different heights of antique furniture, you can divide a single room into zones. A tall bookshelf can act as a partial wall, separating the sleeping area from the living area. This vertical boundary provides privacy without the need for actual walls, which would only make the space feel smaller. Corners are where space goes to die in most apartments, but a tall antique ingénieur corner cabinet utilizes that dead space perfectly. These triangular pieces are rare but incredibly effective at housing everything from wine glasses to books, turning an awkward angle into a focal point of the room. In Paris, we love our trumeau mirrors, tall, ornate mirrors often topped with a painted scene. When placed atop a vertical chest, they act as a second window. They reflect the light from the tall Parisian windows and bounce it back into the room, doubling the perceived depth of your small sanctuary. There is a psychological benefit to touching solid wood every morning. In a world that feels increasingly disposable and digital, having a heavy, antique drawer to pull open reminds you that you are grounded. It makes the smallness of your apartment feel like a choice of quality over quantity, which is a very French mindset. Choosing antique vertical storage is also an act of environmental kindness. Instead of buying something that will end up in a landfill in 5 years, you are preserving a piece of history. In a tiny apartment, living sustainably often means living with items that were built to last for centuries, not just seasons. In French design, not everything needs to be bolted to the wall. Leaning a tall, narrow mirror or a framed print against a vertical cabinet adds a sense of effortless chic. It suggests that the home is a work in progress, a living gallery that can change as the light shifts throughout the day. Many people fear that antiques will make a small room feel cluttered. My opinion is the opposite. A few large, meaningful antique pieces feel much cleaner than a dozen small, cheap organizers. Strength in verticality allows you to hide the mess inside something beautiful, keeping the visual landscape of the room calm. To truly make vertical storage magic, you must light it. Placing a small lamp on a high shelf or using a clip-on light to illuminate the top of a wardrobe creates pockets of warmth. This ensures that the upper half of your room doesn't disappear into darkness at night, keeping the space feeling expansive. Living small forces you to be a curator. You cannot keep everything, so you only keep what is beautiful or necessary. This curated life is perfectly supported by antique furniture, which was designed in an era when people owned fewer, but much better, things. It is a return to a simpler way of being. Every time I look at my tall, scratched-up Semainier, I feel a sense of peace. It holds my life within its drawers and reaches for the ceiling as if to remind me that even in a small room, there is always room to grow. My apartment isn't a small studio, it's a vertical library of my existence. Parisian living isn't about how many square meters you have. It's about how you use them to tell your story. By embracing the magic of antique vertical storage, you transform a cramped space into a soulful retreat. Don't be afraid of the small. Just remember to look up and find the beauty in the height.